And also, don't forget to hit the... I'm going to take that over. Hey guys, welcome back to Scream Queen Stream. We're your hosts. I'm Jessica Cameron.
And I'm Heather Dorff, who cannot open apparently either.
And you all know Solomon. So right now, this is going to be a part 2 to Ask Us Anything episode. If you've seen part 1, you know that we got some really great questions from you guys. So many, in fact, that we had to do 2, not just 1. So this is a sequel to that, because as I mentioned, you have to have a sequel. Heather disagrees, but fuck that chick.
In this case we do, but yes. Alright, so stay tuned for the first question.
It's not the first, it's the first of the second.
First of the second. Whatever, they get it. Come on.
The next question.
The next question.
And also, don't forget to hit the like button down below and also subscribe. 10 billion bonus points if you join our Patreon. Why? Because YouTube doesn't like us, so we don't make any money off YouTube. So if you want to see our show, if you want us to keep making content, which I certainly hope you do because I do, please subscribe to our Patreon. Even $1 every month helps us bring you one new video per week or more. So Connor Cheney asks, how did you both get together as both friends and work colleagues? Was there any particular story that started it all? So we had known each other online.
Facebook
Although
messaged each other.
We disagree about how much we knew each other. And I guess it's just we have a different perspective. I would have called her a friend online. She would have been like, I don't know that chick. Mm-hmm. It was just a difference. And I was like, we've argued about this before.
We had a couple messages backwards and forwards in regards to acting, like makeup and different things, but like really we didn't have like a consistent, we weren't keeping track of each other.
We lived in different states. She was in Chicago, I was in Ohio.
Right.
And I moved to Hollywood.
Right, and basically what it boils down to, I feel like we told this story a million times, so I don't want to like
One more
harp
time.
too much. Yeah, but basically we both just happened to get cast for the same film.
We did.
Which was Intrusive Behavior, which was filming in Florida. And honestly, like, you know, it just worked out. We met each other. We ended up really getting along and just hitting it off. And she was telling me a little bit about Truth or Dare and that she had planned this film and she would love to consider me for it and that sort of thing.
After my character raped her with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
But I was like, this chick is cool. She can handle it.
Right.
You remember, like, we were, like, done and we're all fine and nobody's calling cut. Nobody's doing anything. They're just, like, watching.
I know, we're like, hello. Are we done? But yeah, it just, you know, it all just sort of worked out. We ended up striking up a friendship and then working together. She did, in fact, cast me in Truth or Dare.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler if you haven't figured it out. It just kind of snowballed from there. But really it all boiled down to, I mean, like I said, meeting on that film set on Intrusive Behavior in Florida. That was really the catalyst that kind of push forward everything else.
And we were like forced, like independent filmmaking. We like shared a bedroom, so it's like it's a good thing that we did come along.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, that's so
would have
lucky.
sucked.
I was nervous about that when we were there. I'm like, oh my gosh, we gotta share a room. I did not realize that till I was already there. I'm like, I hope to God we get along because if we don't, this is gonna suck.
Well, but also like at least when you're working on films, right? Like you're shooting 12, 14 hours.
Sure. So you just come back to the room and go to bed, except for you, because you stay out. Forever.
We're just like working on stuff. But no, I really loved her work ethic and I really liked her acting talent. So that was like the reason why I decided to cast her. It's actually separate from my friends. I have many, many friends, as you've seen, who I don't necessarily put in every film. I don't believe that every person's right for every role. And I work on a lot of films and I work on a wide variety of budgets. My expectations are for actors that you show up, you deliver a hell of a performance, you are very talented in acting, that you are easy to work with, that you are quiet and keep to yourself, that you show up sober, well rested, prepared for a day, that after 12 hours, which is a normal set day, you don't bitch and complain. If we go to 14 hours, because sometimes that fucking happens, that you still don't bitch and complain, and that you're generally easy to work with and that people like you. And then also that you promote and market your work after. So that's a really high standard for most people. I find that there's very few actors that meet all those requirements, and Heather does.
Yay.
Except for the marketing and promotion of the last
I did that fucking forever though.
I feel like you need to step that back up again.
Sure. But okay, so Jill Clies, again, a bunch of these people have been Patreon, so patrons of our Patreon, thank you for those of you that are. But Jill Clies, a friend of ours, asked, when are you coming back so that we can do a Range Day episode?
I mean, I really want to do that. I did do some on Inside My Indie Life. It was super fun. You went separately. and you also had a great time. So Jill lives in Vegas, and she's an avid shooter. And it was really fun to go and see all of the toys that she has. Toys being,
guns,
armed
weapons of mass destruction. No, not mass destruction. I mean, they could do a lot of destruction. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like it was like
semi-automatic
machine guns,
rifle. That was like, whoa.
Like they pack a punch.
Yeah, they do. But it was super fun. So Jill, hopefully soon. It'd be awesome to come back up there. I mean, I actually, weirdly, I think it was because I got to hang out with so many locals and everyone was showing me like how to actually be there, like John and my friend Peter and Jill. I actually ended up loving Vegas. I had such a good time.
Yeah, no, I love Vegas too. I love Vegas.
Yeah, but normally, I mean, most people hate Vegas, and I'm like, why? But I had so much fun. It's hilarious. I would get up at like 9 in the morning for my conference, walk through, and there'd be like everyone doing a walk of shame. That was the most hilarious walk of shame. They had like a sparkly, glittery dress, and they have like an extra pair of shoes. No, I mean, but it was just great.
I mean, I wouldn't have had an extra pair of shoes.
But like people moving and shaking and just seeing how it is sort of a different world there, and it's quite interesting. And honestly, a lot of people are service people, hospitality people. I love those people. They really know how it is. It's a hard job. Someone has to do it, even if people don't appreciate it as much as they should. I don't know. I just really liked it. I like the people. There's a lot of fun things to do in Vegas that aren't related to anything on the Strip, which was a nice kind of thing to learn. So yeah, hopefully soon, Jill.
Hopefully soon. There's also now that wonderful film festival that you came out to support. So I intend to try to get to that every year because I think it was so much fun. It was such a wonderful event, and I have been waiting for there to be an independent genre festival in Vegas for years now. Polygrind stopped in 2014, I believe, and I feel like we've really missed something in your neck of the woods. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be there on a more regular basis.
For sure.
Victoria Rogers, when are you coming back to Ireland? I miss your faces. We miss you too.
Yes, we do. And we hope soon.
We would love to.
Yes.
We went there for Screamvention, and then I was there prior to that for Horror-a-thon. So who knows? We do have an ending which is in post. So maybe Horror-a-thon would be interested in playing that. So I'm just throwing that out there. But Ireland, we're madly in love with Ireland. I've developed a witch movie that I want to shoot in Ireland. Because I just think that you have one of the most beautiful countrysides I've ever seen in my life.
True. And we didn't even get to experience that much of it. I want to take an extra few days just to go around Ireland. Now,
I mean, we might be making a movie, but you can wander around when
No, but I mean, I'll take a few days extra before I leave and go up to Cork and everything and just kind of look around because really it's beautiful. So hopefully soon, Victoria.
And also, if Screamvention, we would love to come back.
Yes. Tell Screamvention to bring us back.
We love them. They're wonderful people. And if you are in Ireland and you are not supporting Screamvention, I highly encourage you to support Screamvention, Horror-a-thon, all of your actual genre things. By supporting them, that enables them to do things like bring us out from California, things like that. So when they have screenings, support. When they do events, support. We're one big community of genre lovers. It's important that we're united.
For sure. So Chad Simmons asks, are your favorite horror movies based in the past, present, or future?
They're definitely not in the future, come to think of it. When I think about my favorites, I'm looking at Halloween. I'm looking at The Shining. There's so many. This year alone, I've loved Creep 2, Gerald's Game, a bunch of them. So it's kind of all over the map. It's definitely most of them tend to be in hindsight, present time when they're filmed. But they're also, none of them are really dependent, I don't feel on the time. Creep 2, maybe, it couldn't be made in the past because it's dependent upon an independent filmmaker, who 20 years ago, she could not have been an independent filmmaker. But certainly it's present, and it's also, the time is not necessarily a direct relation to the plot. It just happens to be that it's present day for me.
Yeah, when thinking about it, I've never thought about that, but a lot of them have been in the present, but I don't know if that necessarily means I would like it less or more if it was in a different time. It just happens to be that some of my favorites were all in the present. So,
well, I think that's skewed because I don't know what the numbers are, but I suspect the vast majority of films are made in the present, give or take a year or two.
Well, but Ex Machina, I love, which was obviously based a little bit in future time because it's AI and that sort of thing. But 28 Days Later, I like it, and that was based in the present of that time. Or maybe slightly in the future, but not much. And I'm trying to think. But then, The Shining indirectly, because when I saw it, it's kind of based in the past because that was just a different time.
Yeah, it was made before we were born.
Yeah, it was made before we were born. So it wasn't that it was based in the past when it was created, but to me, my perspective of it is based in the past. So, for me, I don't think it really matters. I like horror movies that are good. It doesn't matter when they're based. So, yeah.
Joanna asked us a bunch of questions. A couple of them we are going to save for a Scream Queen Stream Hot Tub because we felt that they were so wonderful that we couldn't do them justice with a quick answer.
Sure.
So the first one that we're going to answer here, though, is what is your scariest experience?
You really think that one's easy to answer in a short?
No, but I feel like pick one. I feel like we probably have many. You probably had
that
many.
time that we thought we were going to die.
I don't know which one of those.
At a con.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. I won't talk about that.
Don't talk about that one.
I can't talk about that because of reasons.
You don't want to get
this one's kind of funny. This one's funny for me. It's not like in even my top 5, but it's still really good.
So side note, maybe we'll do a hot tub story time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it's just different. Okay, but this was fucking scary. So when we were being flown out, it was so scary for me. When we were being flown out to do the tour, to film the tour, I don't like heights. I don't like planes. I don't like heights. I don't like planes. They don't go together. I don't like it. I don't like being in control. Like out of control, I mean. I like being in control. I don't like being out of control. So planes for me are like the worst mashup of all those things in one place. We get into the airport. We're there on time. Everything's going well. We get on the plane. And we're sitting on the plane for like 30 minutes without air or anything. It's like hot. We're like wondering what the hell's going on. They take us all off the plane because there's a problem with the engine. There is a problem with the engine. We end up having a 12-hour delay in the airport, at which point I just get drunk, because why not? They call us back to go on to a plane.
Do you remember they gave us like some shitty voucher?
No, they gave me a round trip flight and points.
Oh yeah, but at the time.
Yeah, they gave us like a drink voucher when we were getting off.
It was supposed to be for food.
Yeah, but we'd use it.
But we're like,
drinks.
we're not hungry.
Either way, we get back on what I think is a new plane. And we're strapping in, and they're like, yeah, so sorry, it took us 12 hours to repair the engine on the same plane.
It wasn't 12 hours, it was like 6 or something.
No, it was long. Girl, it was such a long
It wasn't
plane.
overnight, it wasn't 12.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was like, it was a long
no
ass
more
delay.
than 6. It was a long ass delay.
Either way, they repaired.
12 we would have left. We would have come home.
They repaired the engine, okay, and they put us back on the same plane. I cannot tell you, I was not having a good day. I did not want to be on this motherfucking plane. Anytime, the whole flight to London, anytime there was like a wee bit of turbulence, I had a motherfucking panic attack and thought I was gonna die. Okay,
I was highly entertained.
by the time we landed, I got no sleep. She slept most of the time.
Yeah.
I got no sleep.
Fine.
We land in London, and at this point, it was a long ass delay. It had to be at least 8 hours. It was a long ass fucking delay. By the time we get to London, I've had like no sleep. I've been up for over 24 hours. We get to like where we're staying with the director, and she's like, "Let's go to fucking downtown and hang out." I'm like, bitch, I want to sleep. Like I have not slept in a long time. Either
but aren't
way,
you glad that you listened to me?
Well, yeah, because we met Sansa Stark.
Yeah, we just started wandering around.
I stopped her,
and she perked right up. Like she was fine. It's not like I was dragging her out.
Once I got out, I tried to take like a 30-minute nap. I couldn't even sleep. I was so wired. So I just whatever from the plane ride of hell where I thought I might die. But even better part of the story, guys, that was May 8th, 2000 and something. It was the day the Malaysia flight disappeared. The same day that the Malaysia flight disappeared. We found out that first one, when it just disappeared and they've never figured out what the fuck happened to that flight. That was the same day our engine failure flight delay thing happened. It was just, no.
See, I'm so calm at those moments because I'm just like, okay, this is how I die. Like,
oh no, I just don't like it.
I mean, it sucks, but whatever.
I will say, though, best part was I did get a free trip to Europe out of that.
I did not. I should have bitched as well.
Yeah, I bitched.
I did not.
It was definitely like, come on, this is a long, I'm telling you, it was like, it was a long ass delay.
It was
we
long,
just didn't know how long it was going to be.
It wasn't long enough for us to come. If it was 12 hours,
it was long enough for them to give me $70,000.
Well, I think you bitched enough.
I didn't cause a big thing. I was pissed, but I was also a member and that sort of thing. So they gave
it wasn't more than 6 hours also, because I would have been.
It had to be. They would not give me. And I'd
no,
tell
because
you,
but here's the thing: if it had been more than 6 hours, then I would have bitched. So it was enough that, like, with our voucher, which I think was $20 or $25, we got like a couple drinks.
They gave me so many points. You know, I was like, okay, you know what?
But keep in mind, like, if we were drinking for like 12 hours, we would have gone way over $25, and it would have been like, you owe me $150.
Telling you, that was a long ass delay. But either way, they gave me a pretty much not.
The other thing is, like, part of it was I felt that it wasn't long enough time that nothing could be assessed, fixed, checked, and put back on the runway. And, like, that alone should be a 12-15 hour endeavor. Like, just to authorize.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure it was a half a day. We were there all day.
And it might have been 6 hours.
We sat.
I think it was 4 to 6 hours.
It was over. It was not. It was over 6 hours. I know for a fact. Because I will tell you, my friend is a manager with Delta. There's no way they would have given me over 70,000 points if it was a 4 or 5 hour delay. That's an average delay every day in LA. It's unfortunate, but it's true. But it was
double check your notes and get back to us.
Yeah.
I mean, this is tricky because, like, I'm not scared easily in reality. So I'm not one to be like, that really bothered me. I want to say, like, and I don't think this story will play well, but whatever. I was on a flight recently, and I realized that they had sat me next to the window that was duct tape. And when you, like, and it said, like, don't open the window.
No shit!
But there's duct tape. And I'm like, this is not okay. Like, why is this here? And then I open the window, and it's, like, all clearly detached from the plane.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's when I was like, is this safe to fly? And I was really concerned. So I don't know if I was scared. But it was so funny because the stewardess had fun. She looked at me. She's like, you have to get off the plane. I was like, what? She said, it said, don't open it. You have to get off the plane. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just sitting next to a duct tape window. And I want to know, what the fuck is it that you're duct taping? Like, and why is there physically duct tape there? And then I open it, and it's detached from the plane. Like,
no.
Is this going to blow out? Because I feel like if it's going to blow out, I want to change seats so I'm not, like, the first in line.
To get sucked out the window. Did you see the picture of the dude who had to hold the emergency door closed because it detached mid-flight and they had to, like, hold it? I'm like, this sounds like the most...
I did not.
I would die.
I bet you he got more than one round of
Years free.
He should have gotten a settlement. No, I missed that. That's fucking
There are
insane.
pictures, and you literally see, you can kind of see through the crack. Like, they are straight up in the air. This guy's, like, holding the door, and it's like, oh.
God bless that guy.
Obviously, it
also,
wasn't
can
like...
he come on every flight wherever, like, for life?
To be fair, what was I'm sure it just detached a little bit, but the guy was scared.
There's no detaching a little bit.
It was bad. It was
like,
bad.
when you are in the air, anything detaching is
It
bad.
definitely was
it's
not
just detached.
good for
There's no,
anyone
like,
involved.
variable to be like, how bad. I know, I have another one. I'm scared every day that I look at our president's Twitter. How's that? I mean, I'm scared.
I'm scared there's gonna be a nuke.
Right?
You know, Hawaii the other day was like,
Hawaii
oh
got
shit.
it, I was like, do I need to find a place? Because I was like, if this fucking goes down, like, we're all fucking...
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen is they'll take a Hawaii, we'll attack, somebody else is just gonna start attacking.
No, this is what happens with nukes. This is why nukes are so idiotic. Because there's no point. Anyways, that being said, shows you the state of affairs we're in, where legitimately, if I got a thing like that, I would think a nuke was coming for sure. There wouldn't even be a doubt in my mind. I'm like, yep. Fucking someone hit the wrong fucking Twitter tweet and fucking Kim Jong, whatever the fuck. Ah, damn it. End of the world.
Right.
Ugh, over Twitter tweets. I swear to God, it's like we're there.
It is. It's idiocracy. I did realize though that I was like, oh my God, I have 4 cats and a dog. How am I supposed to rally
bitch,
them
you
and
gotta,
carry
you
them
can't.
out?
I've tried.
Watch me fucking.
When there was a fire,
involved.
when there was a fire in my building, I had to call Clark for like 5 minutes because the alarm scares them, and that's the thing. The sound is like it scares the shit out of me.
I do think I might leave Storm because I feel like she's so feral. She will survive anything. She's such a cockroach. Like, I love her to death,
but it's hard.
But I'm not afraid that she'll be fine. But I also think she would be the one that would be the holdup. All the other cats would be like at my feet to be like, "What's going on, Mom? Come save us." But again, also, like, I've run down flights of stairs rather with 3 cats and it nearly killed me.
Yeah, I believe it.
I did it twice in Toronto when I was in college. So I was like, where am I going to go with 4 cats and a dog? Gosh darn it.
Yeah, good luck with that. All right, guys.
Now a second closer.
Close. All right, guys, that's all the time and all the questions, really, we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us and sending us your questions.
And if you're watching this, keep in mind any questions that you have. We do these kind of videos semi-regularly, so definitely pay attention to our social media pages and our Patreon page, where we will ask them first what they want us to answer. So keep those questions on hand.
All right, guys, hope you had an amazing week and have an amazing weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for checking out Scream Queen Stream. We hope you loved it as much as we do.
If you want to see more of our videos, check out our YouTube page. And while you're there, how about you subscribe? You want to see more? Just tweet us. Find us on Facebook. Join in on the fun.
And most importantly, if you really want to join us on this crazy ride, check out our Patreon page and become a patron for amazing, awesome perks that we give out monthly.
As well as early access to all of our videos.
Free giveaways.
And a whole lot more fun shit.
So check it out.
We'll see you there.
Stay bloody.
You stole my tagline.
I did.
You're a horrible friend.